What's poppin'? Turn your speakers up.
Turn these speakers up.
You're locked into the Illest Girls Next Door.
Look up, bump it in your stereo.
On BoominLive.com.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
It's me.
This intro never goes.
Never. That never does.
No, that'd be hard.
Never.
That'd be hard. I ain't gonna lie.
Never.
Not gonna lie.
That'd be hard.
He fucking with the intro. Oh, I don't rap.
Go ahead, talk your shit. Go ahead.
I can't rap to save my freaking life, so I ain't even about to start trying now. But, you feel me? This is Illest Girls Next Door, baby. We is back with another one. Y'all already know, y'all favorite podcast. What y'all, you feel me, amazing host, Jay Benz.
And Yanni's here with y'all today.
And today, we have a very special guest.
Oh, I'm very special. That's lit.
Yes, everybody that comes to Illest Girls Next Door is very special. But yes, thank you for coming on our show, Hefe.
I appreciate y'all for having me. Thank you for even considering me. You know what I'm saying?
Round of applause, baby, make that ass. But you know, we just want to get into, obviously, on everything about what you do.
Yeah.
I know that you're a producer and you work a lot and everything. Just tell us about that. Like, how did you get into producing?
So basically, when I was around like 8 or 9 years old, I used to start on this program called Magix Music Maker. Like, my brother just, like, you know, cracked the shit. I'm not going to lie. Like, he found it online where I started messing around with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, I started messing around with that for a little bit. Probably would say I took it serious. I remember, I think, 7th grade. I did a talent show. I used to dance.
Oh, wow, yeah.
What, Jersey Club dance?
Not really. But, I mean, it
Close
fell
to
into
it.
it, but, you know, not really. But,
Okay.
yeah, I was a dancer, so I did the talent show. I made a beat for that. And I had so much fun making that beat that it was like the energy from the beat while I was dancing to it actually is the reason why I even won the talent show.
Wow, you won.
Yeah, I won the talent.
Okay.
Well, I came in
Hey.
3rd place, but it's still something.
mean,
You
yeah.
placed.
It's still something, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, ever since then, it was just like little by little, I started to grow more and more into it until like high school, I think my junior year. That's when I like took classes for like beat making, you know, production, all this stuff. And then from there, the rest is history. My teacher actually is the reason why I even thought that I would make a career out of it because she actually got me an internship. She got me an internship at like a professional studio to learn like a professional environment, how like production really is like for a career setting, you know, and that was probably what, you know, gave me my mindset on how I approach everything I do.
That's lit. That's lit.
Word.
And do you still do the internship or anything?
Nah, I'm straight solo now.
Do you
know?
think the internship helped you?
Oh, definitely. It definitely helped me a lot. I'm not going to lie. Like, the way I conduct my business to the way, you know, I handle my clients and everything, like, it just structured me to where I'm at right now.
So, your business that you conduct, how do you go about being an entrepreneur in this kind of field? Like, where does your clientele come from? Like, how did you get exposure for yourself?
Right. So basically, me personally, like, I don't know, like, a lot of people find it weird, like, you know, but me personally, I'll like find people, like, if I see talent in you, I'll just invest my all into you. I'll just, you know, be like, yo, I see a lot in you, like, you know, I make beats, stuff like that. Like, I DM a lot of people.
I think that's cool, yeah.
You know, if you don't respond, you don't respond, you know, that's your loss at the end of the day. But yeah, if you respond, you know, I legit, you know, send your email number, then we just chop it up from there, talk a little bit, build, you know, a relationship, and then from there, I just like, yo, let's make this shit happen. If you take it as serious as I do, let's grow together.
So we're going from 7th grade, you starting this and starting your beats. Is that something like you always kind of wanted to do, or it kind of turned into like a hobby that just took off?
It was a hobby that took off. Like 7th grade, around that time, I really wanted to be a dancer.
Okay.
And then like a little bit before that, I wanted to be a singer because I could sing a little bit too. But nowadays, I don't really sing like that no more. So don't even try to get me a singer. But yeah, so it's like as time went on, it's like more and more so I started to, you know, fall in love with production because it's like the art of just making a beat itself is just like, I love it so much, you know.
And as far as you like producing and getting people to, you feel me, listen to it, do you send like a sample or do you send the whole beat, and like how does the payment work as far as that?
So basically what I would do is, right, so let's say, for example, you know, you never heard of me before. What I would do is I would send you songs that I work with for other people.
Okay.
So if you fuck with it, you know, then we'll, you know, start working from there. But if you don't, then, like I said, that's your loss. Because
Wait, real quick, just if you want to shout yourself out, like, what's the name of, like, you know how every, like, producer has their name and their, like, logo and everything, their website, where to reach them?
Oh, I have none of that. I work straight off of word of mouth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So basically, as far as I've got, like, I had no website. I've never touched BeatStars, none of that. It's just straight, you know, off of the reputation of people that already work with me.
Okay.
That's how I get my clientele.
And do you plan on eventually get into that step?
Yeah, of course. But it's just like, you know, I'm old fashioned because it's like back then they didn't have access to all this stuff. So basically, it's just like, you know, I actually go out and find people to work with. And then it's just like when they listen to what I do, like we said, we listen to my beats, you know, they'd be like, oh, I like this, I like that. And then, you know, build songs, release songs. Then, you know, I show other people and then just keep going.
And how do you feel about, because I know like most producers and like beat makers and everything, it's like, for instance, London on the track.
Right.
We all hear London on the track,
Right.
but then it's like if you was to see them, you wouldn't know that that's London on the track.
Right.
How do you like feel about that? Like if one of your songs was just to like take off, would you care if people know what you look like?
I mean, that's technically the situation for me right now. For a lot of people who don't know, if you've heard of Queen Naja, her song Karma, I actually produced that.
Really?
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know that. But it's just like, you know, I really don't care because at the end of the day, I see the reaction of people of what they feel about the song.
Yeah.
So that's all I care about, really. Like, as far as, like, you know, people knowing that I made it, it's just like at the end of the day, it's like a bittersweet thing. It's like,
Okay.
at the end of the day, I want you to know that I made it so I could get more clientele. But at the end of the day, if you don't know it was me that made it, at least you know I make quality stuff. Well, there was somebody that, you know, she picked the right person to make that shit for her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And like, will you start getting people to like do drops, or do you have people that do drops for you?
I actually don't have people that do drops for me, nah.
Would you want to do that, or that's just nothing?
I mean, it's an option, you know. I'm not saying no to anything, you know. At the end of the day, if it can help me, you know, move further along in my career, you know, I'm open to it.
Yeah, because I know, like, I be hearing, like, on the radio, it'd be, like, P&B. DJ Carmelo on the beat. It's
Right.
you feel me? Just, like, drops. It'd be, like, drops and everything like that. And I honestly feel like that actually helps.
Yeah, it
Like,
does.
that helps bring out, like, clientele because it's like, oh, okay, like, it's DJ Carmelo. And if you got P&B saying, like, Carmelo on the beat, whatever it is.
Right.
But,
By the way, how old are you?
I am turning 23 in October.
October what?
October 2nd.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what
you
are
almost made Scorpio
I'm a
season.
Libra.
Okay. So we're not far in age as far as like the music we listened to growing up. Like who kind of influenced you on your journey?
As far as like artists or producers?
Yeah, like maybe your favorite producer, artist.
Okay, so one of my favorite producers of all time is Pharrell.
I can respect that.
Pharrell is a producer. Like,
He does everything.
everything.
Everything you've
Did
heard,
not
it's
know
probably
that.
him. Literally.
Like, for example, Usher's song, Inspiration, right in the light.
Okay.
He made that song. He made that song.
Like the words and everything?
No, like the beat itself. I don't know if he wrote those songs. Don't quote me on that. But the beat, I know he made that.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like the whole early 2000s was Pharrell.
Honestly
like-
speaking, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
So is that like someone you kind of want to be, not recognized as, but you want to be like that kind of name? Is that what we're going for? We shooting for the stars? Be on everything.
Probably. Yeah, probably so. Because it's not like I'm going to be like Pharrell, I'm going to be an artist, you know.
Yeah,
be a fashion
everything,
artist.
yeah.
But it's just like, as far as like from a production standpoint, I want to have the reputation he has. Because it's like he's Pharrell, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So-
you just hear the name and you know what he do.
Literally. So with the word of mouth, I wanted to ask as far as like social media and everything like that. While you don't like really broadcast everything, even
Right.
like DMing and liking and going on different pages, how has that kind of helped you market yourself since you're so like down
Low key, yeah.
low key, yeah.
It's helped a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll probably say, you know, when I start working with one person, like that person, let's say for example, they post a lot.
Yeah.
So it's just like I don't even have to post because they post me so much. And then it's like other people are like, oh, I wonder who that is. He's always on his page. They'll click on my page and then they'll be like, yo, I want to work with you. Yo, I'll DM them. And then, you know, we exchange numbers, exchange emails, whatever it is. We work and then they do the same thing. And then it just continues on from there. So sometimes I don't even have to post my work myself. Other people do it for me.
True. And like, have you ever like collab with another producer, or
Yeah.
will you?
Yeah.
And like, how does that like go about? Like, do y'all like share your beats, or like you do like half of the song and then like they do like the other
that's
part?
a good question.
I don't know
that?
like how that.
All right, so it depends on
Put the trumpet here.
it depends on you and the other producer. It's like, say for example, he already has something, but he couldn't finish, right?
Yeah.
So he just be like, "Yo, I was working on this. You think you could finish that up? You know, yeah, shoot that to my email." Then I listen to it, give him my perspective, send it back, and then it just goes from there. We add, remove until we both are satisfied with the final product.
But whose name goes on it for the final product?
Both.
Okay.
Both of them. Okay.
I got a question, like backing off of that with like artists that you might work with.
Right.
So when you produce songs, is it what you produce, or do you kind of like, what would you say, adjust your sound for whatever artist you're working with?
It's a combination of both, because it's like if the artist comes to you, they're coming to you because you have a certain sound that they're interested in, that helped you build your name somewhat. So it's just like, yo, I want to work with Jefe because he's known for this, or I know he could do this, so I'm gonna hit him up type shit. So basically, it's just like you find a balance between you and the artist to help you guys create a song that people will fuck with.
I just gotta say this. You ever hear like Shaq Lissy? He be like, "Young Hefe Holmes."
I'll be upset, because it's like literally the name found me. I didn't even choose the name.
Yeah.
So this is a funny story. So I'm in high school. I don't remember from my sophomore or junior year, but it was Spanish class.
Okay.
So how Spanish versions of names is like Michael is Miguel,
Yeah.
Peter is Pedro. Somebody thought
Jesus is over
Jeff
like
was
Jesus.
Jefe. So when they heard Jefe, they was like, "Is that Jeff in Spanish?" I was like, "Is it?" It was like, "No, it just means boss in Spanish." So then ever since then, I was like, "Oh, that sounds like it could be
That's
Jeff in
tough.
Spanish." So literally ever since then, like that name just stuck with me. Like my teacher started calling me in the school, and then I was branded with it. Literally just found me.
I feel like that's the best way to get a nickname.
You know what's crazy? I always wanted a nickname, but it's like my name too short. So it's just like,
Same.
what nickname can I possibly give you?
I mean,
Jada.
you got a tough one with J-Bands.
J-Bands.
I mean,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
but
That's
like,
tough.
I wanted like more of like, like they got like family nicknames and then
Yeah.
everybody
Oh,
just
yeah.
know you like by that name or whatever. I wanted one of those type of things. I made J-Bands.
I like
that.
J-Ban. I think that's tough.
That is
J-Bands.
tough.
Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, imagine that shit on the track. Like, you know what I'm saying? J-Bands on the shit.
I was about to say J-Bands on the track.
That's what I'm saying. That shit tough. I don't know what you're talking about.
J-Bands. I mean,
Oh, another question. I don't know if you like do like certain events. I don't know if you do more than like producing or whatever like that. Like, if you want to elaborate on that for
Okay,
my next
so-
question.
Me and my boys, like, we had a group for a while. Unfortunately, the group's not together no more. Not really. But yeah, we used to I used to always, make tracks with them and shit like that. We would always do showcases, performances, stuff like that. Like, not too long ago, we did Concert Crave. I don't know if you heard of that, but we went there. It was actually a fun event. I'm glad we did that. We almost didn't. I don't know why they almost didn't want to do that shit. I'm glad I convinced them to do it. But yeah, we do stuff like that. I'll be their hype man. For a little while they wanted me to DJ it, but I'm like, I'm not doing that shit.
oh, you DJ?
I could DJ, but I don't want to.
Why? Too much work?
It's way too much work.
Okay.
It's way too demanding. Like, you always got to please the person. They're going to be like, "Oh, I want to play this song.
Yeah.
Can you please play this song? I don't like this song. Change. I don't got time for that."
What about like family events?
Family events? I mean, I was supposed to DJ one, but thank God there was rain that day, so I didn't have to. But yeah, I would do it. Like, obviously, if I fuck with you heavy, I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about that.
And what other hobbies do you have, like, and that you're good at?
I'm pretty straightforward. I really am just music, straight up. Like, I'll ball here and there, but it's just music for the most part.
So is that like therapeutic for you? Like aside from music, like what about like hanging out with friends,
Oh, yeah,
like
obviously.
writing? Like is music just like had a hard day? Let me go ahead and make some music. Let me.
Pretty much. But it's just like, obviously, I hang out with friends, talk to people, chill with my niggas and shit like that. But for the most part, it's just like, if I have time to myself, I'm working on music.
You don't ever get in the studio and be like, I just made some tough shit. Let me write something to this. Like, do you see yourself in the future, like maybe making music produced and written by you?
It's an option, because a lot of people, I'm not going to lie to you. I'll be like, if I'm in the studio with my boys, like a lot of the times I really just hop in the booth and just freestyle over some shit I made. And they'll just be like, "Yo, drop that." I'm like, "No, I don't want to be an artist."
What?
Because it's like, I'm a low-key person, like I said. I
Okay.
don't like attention. That's why I want to be a producer. Because it's like, obviously, I could be a rapper. I does the
You
shit.
have to be
Yeah.
out there to be a rapper.
Yeah, you can't be a low-key rapper. Like, the closest thing to that is fucking Jay-Z. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does like your emotions also affect the way you make beats? Like if you mad, like you gonna make something that's like hard and like sound like some fuck everybody type shit.
I think
Or,
about
like,
50 Cent.
Or like if you're
yeah,
sad,
if you're fucking angry, yeah.
or like if you like sad, you make like a little melody type of like beat and everything like that.
Yes
Or
and no.
just- Okay.
It's just like sometimes I'll hear something and I'll just be like, yo, let me see if I could do some shit like this. Or sometimes let's say if I'm like, because I have a girl, sometimes if we're not on good terms, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be making some sad ass shit.
Yeah.
Like Karma with Queen, that's what it was.
Wow.
Oh.
That's so dope. So in that situation specifically, when you collab with someone who makes something that you made blow up, how did that feel for you to
Honestly
hear
speaking,
yourself?
It didn't hit me until I actually saw the numbers that it did.
Wow.
And then I went through the comment section and it was just like, what the fuck? This is my song that people
Yeah.
are saying this shit about. Like that shit is unbelievable. Like
That's crazy.
I wish every producer would have that feeling, honestly speaking, because that shit is the reason why I work so hard now.
Yeah,
That's
that
dope.
took you over the top.
And
Over
also
the top.
too,
No, it's okay. Take your time.
We're take your time, bro. Take your time.
nah, I just had it. I swear, I just had it. Oh, did you actually get to meet her?
Yeah.
Okay, cause I know like sometimes everything just be like straight off the
Straight off,
internet.
yeah.
You don't even meet the person they
Nah.
manager.
Yeah, that would be messed up.
No, that happens. No, that happens all the time.
Really?
People send out beats and you
it
never meet
happens
them.
a lot. Yeah.
Even
That's messed up.
as far as features, like I know even Lady J and everything like that. She don't meet these people that she got features with.
Or she just
Some
do that
of
with her
them,
own peoples and then just probably send
They
it to the
send their
person.
verse over, they
Yeah.
send it back, and they just be emailing
Wow.
back. Yeah.
Okay, so the whole Queen thing is, at first it started off like that, but then one day she, I got, like, we exchanged numbers, and then she was like, yo, I want you to come, to this, like, because the medicine video, I was actually one of the first people to see it before it released.
Okay.
So, yeah, she invited me. She was like, come to the release party, let's talk, let's chop it up. I was like, cool. So I met her, Clarence, that whole camp. I met them all, her parents. Met them.
No.
Yeah, I met little baby CJ. That boy is adorable in real life. I'm not gonna lie to you. That boy is adorable. And then I also was in the studio with her. I listened to the EP before release. Yeah, I got to meet her.
And I know like it's not too much of that on like your page and everything. Do you ever want to put that there? Because I feel like it kind of sound bad, but it's just like when people see, you feel me, what you done, that attracts more people.
attention, yeah.
more attention and more people that want to work. Oh, he did that. Oh,
That would have
yeah.
been me. I would have been like, look at everybody.
Right.
I did that. I did that.
Yeah.
But that brings more, obviously, like more clientele and everything
Right.
like that. Will you ever like get to that point you really just don't care?
Nah, I'm honestly speaking, I really don't care. Because it's
Yeah.
like, me personally, if I was a
Interesting.
big ass name, like if I was to be like a DJ Khaled type of name and then niggas just throw cameras in my face, I'm just like, I'm never working with this nigga again.
Okay.
I just always keep that in the back of my head. Like, I'm not going to throw a camera all up in your face because it's like, I want you to genuinely know that I actually want to fuck with you as a person,
Okay.
And work, make some great ass music.
Makes sense.
Interesting.
Right.
So as far as with like support, from like family, friends,
Yeah.
one, do you get that? And second, how does that help you, help motivate you?
Okay, so I'm
During
not
this
gonna,
journey.
at first, like family wise, they really weren't open to the idea of me making music like as a career.
Okay.
I feel
So
that's kinda
like
all
senior year
parents.
of high school, like when it was time for me to like choose a college, I chose Bloomfield College, and I only spent the semester there. I fucking
I couldn't
regret
do it. I'm sorry, because I live in Bloomfield, so it's like I already live here. I already went to the high school. I'm not going to the
Nobody
college.
is happy.
Oh, you went to
Everybody
Bloomfield
who
High?
went to Bloomfield College left.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Yeah.
I
I went
was
to
going to
Bloomfield
Bloomfield
Tech, so
Oh, okay,
you was
okay.
one of the tech guys. I used to get off the bus.
yeah. Oh shit.
I used to see y'all.
Hey,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was one of them.
Well,
niggas.
at least you tried Bloomfield College. How come that didn't work out for you?
Nah, honestly speaking, it was like in the back of my head, I realized that I was paying like
It
over
expensive.
$13,000 a semester for some shit that I could teach myself literally.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm not even going to waste my time in another semester in this school. So I literally, after the first semester, I just didn't even go back. And I'm still to this day paying that shit off, mind you.
Yeah. I believe.
So are you happy with your choice of just following your dreams, no
Oh.
matter of who supported you or not?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't regret how I moved. Like literally, it's just like a chain of events of stuff that happened. Like literally, I was just like, God, if I'm meant to do this music shit, give me a sign.
Amen.
And I literally got a job. Like my first job, I got that shit the next day.
Wow.
So I was able to, fund my music and shit like that. So like I said, it was like a chain of events that led to where I'm at right now.
That's crazy.
And do you have anything like upcoming that you're planning, or anything that you want to work on as far as your career?
I know on my page I had this like Nipsey thing I did where I found like a Nipsey acapella and I just produced around that shit. A lot of people seem like, please drop that shit, please, please, please. So I'm thinking of dropping that. I'm working with a writer that actually worked with YK Osiris. So me and her got some stuff coming. Shout out to her. I got to go to LA to meet up with a couple people, ATL.
You a busy man.
Yeah, like I said, I'm always working. New York, I got to go back and forth there. The producer from the Queen EP, me and him are close. I know he was in Tennessee, but I think he's coming back to New York. I got to chop it up with him. So I'm on the move.
Well, a little personal question. I know you're kind of low key though. So with music and everything that you're doing, you're traveling, everything like that. You say you're in a relationship.
Right.
How do you balance that? Like, is she understanding? Is she rooting for you on the sideline? So.
Oh, my girl, I love her to death. She's very supportive. I am the happiest man in the world that she is my girl. Honestly. Because it's like
Shout out to you.
Shout out to me, brother.
Must be nice.
Your
No, I
time will
just
come,
asked
trust
that
me.
because, like, my boyfriend, he actually, like, music is his dream, too.
Right.
He's just like, if I ever blow up, you're going to be there waiting for me and stuff like that.
Right.
So
Yeah, it'd
I
be
was
like
wondering,
that.
when you get busy, that support at home, I know it means a lot. So that's why, being big on support, I know it can really help someone mentally get there. When you know you got
Exactly.
people back at home rooting for you, waiting for you to come back with the finished product.
Right.
So that's why I asked.
Yeah.
Shout out to her, though.
Shout out to
All
her.
that
bro.
support.
She a real one.
Yeah.
She a real one.
Yeah,
Clap it
it's
up
good
for
to have a
her.
real one by your side. For real.
It is.
Must be so fucking nice.
Like I say, your time will come. Just be patient.
Oh, I ain't,
Yeah, I would be
looking
so
for it.
sweet.
Fuck
I
that
wouldn't even know
shit.
how to handle it. Like, if you wasn't broadcasting yourself, I'd be like, my boyfriend was here. We out. He doing his thing.
That's definitely dope. That's
Word.
definitely dope. And also, like, when you travel and everything, does she, like, come with you or whatever? Or she has, like, her own little thing that she does?
Like, my girl, she has her own little business plans going. Like, we on some power couple shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
okay,
Like, she
okay.
making her moves, I'm making my moves. Like,
Mhm.
And then it's just like, I'm doing well with music. So it's just like I'm using that to help her do what she's doing. So, yeah.
So
We
you-
piggyback off each other.
So with
Get your
producing, I know that, like, producing can open doors to other things. And
Right.
while I know you locate, is there any other dreams you might have when these doors open that you might want to see yourself maybe in a movie, maybe doing something crazy? Like,
Oh, yeah. I could act. You feel me?
I can
Throw
act.
me in a movie. I hop in the booth. I might drop a 1, 2.
Yeah,
you
drop a
never
little
know.
EP.
Okay.
I just take it day by day. Like I said, I don't know. Like some days I wake up, I'll be like, I can never see myself doing this, and then the next day I'm considering it. You
Yeah.
never know. So I'm just taking it day by day.
Is there anybody in the industry that you want to meet, work with specifically? Maybe
For
a
real?
top 5?
All right, so it goes like this. Tori,
What?
I knew you was
Oh
gonna
my god. Let me just, yo. I don't be getting starstruck or none of that, but I'm telling you, if I see Tori, I'm falling out. Like,
Ambulance, for
it's
real.
just
That's
gonna be
crazy.
like the end of the freaking world. Like,
That's crazy.
I'm gonna fall the fuck out. I'm going to fall
for
out.
Tori,
It's not even because of his looks or anything. Like, I just feel like people sleep on Tori OD. Like, he's
Nah, they do.
different.
No,
Tori
he
is
is.
different. Like, his sound, his music, his everything. Like,
I do like
he's
his
just-
music.
Nah.
I was
like,
hating at first, and then I
like,
listened.
it's funny because I like his music more than I like him. Because
Yeah.
he's
yeah,
like,
he
he's
an
like half.
asshole in real life.
Yeah,
just,
he is.
Just admit it, he an asshole.
He's an asshole, but he's like half attractive. But like his music is just like, I feel like it's a different type of connection when I
Yeah.
hear his music. Like,
No,
and that's
no
why I
cap.
love
His music's a vibe for real.
That's
is,
why I
yeah.
love him so much. Like, I will fall the fuck out. Like, Tori, you're not even that cute, but you really my nigga. That's really my nigga though. Like,
That's your man anyway.
yes, yes.
No, but the thing is, with Tori, it's just like his creative process is on another level. Like he literally recorded himself making songs. Let the fans choose the lyrics. I mean, the title of the song. Let the fans choose the beat, and then he just worked from there. He didn't even put a pen to the paper.
Wow.
He literally just freestyled this
You
shit.
know that.
That shit is crazy.
That's
I
talent,
want
though.
to see it. I want to just be there to see that shit. That shit was different.
So we got Tori.
All right, Tori, Drizzy,
Okay,
Yes.
of course.
Hove, obviously,
Yeah.
Pharrell. And who else?
Give us a female. Come
You know,
on.
it's funny.
No.
I was thinking like
No
Meg.
cap.
Like,
I was gonna name a female. I was thinking of which female I wanted to name.
Well, Nikki
I was-
retired,
I was-
so what are we gonna do about that? She retired for now.
It was gonna be Nikki, but like you said, she retired. So I'll probably throw in Cardi.
Cardi.
Because I just feel
I
like
can see
to
something
a
dope with
studio,
Cardi.
she will have like
Yes.
such great energy.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Like I'll
yes.
probably want to sit there and just chop it up with her. Not even create music, just chop it up with her.
She gonna be real ratchet.
Yeah.
I love that.
it.
I got a question about working with like an artist. Like, is there ever something like when you're working with an artist and you're hearing them record and everything, and you're like, you know, not to critique your work too much, but I think it would be dope if you did this. Like,
no,
do
that's
you
a
help
producer.
put it together? That's all like, well, maybe I didn't get the full job description, but like, I just feel like, you know, some people could be stubborn. They want their song to be their song, but
Right.
like, does your input ever make a song better?
No, but
Most of the
basically,
time?
that's part of the job of being a producer. That's the difference between a producer and a beat maker.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
A beat maker, he
learning.
just makes the beat, and then that's that.
That's
Okay.
just
But a
that.
producer, it's just like he makes the beat. He'll tell you what he wants to do. A lot of the time, the producer don't even make the beat. He'll probably just have other people help him make the beat.
Okay.
And then after that, if the artist hops in the booth, he'll just be like, "Oh, I feel like you should do this instead of this, or you know, do that instead of this." You know, that's basically what a producer is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So basically, an artist goes to you for that input. They'd be like, you know, when you was making the beat, you know, what was your mindset? So they could catch a vibe, you know, so y'all could connect and then really make a hit. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope.
Right.
And also too, like, say you make a fire ass beat, like you digging this shit, like, and somebody actually pays you for the beat, but the song is trash.
What a question.
How do you feel about that? And like, is there like, do you go like try to resell it to somebody else, or like, how does that work?
I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, if they play for exclusive rights, you really can't do nothing about that shit. Like, if it's exclusively their beat, you just gotta take that
Wasted
L.
a freaking beat.
Where you just gotta take that L and just keep it moving. You know, just keep making. But if they pay for this shit and they just fuck it up for you, like, you really can't do nothing.
Like, fire me, and that
Yeah,
shit
like
is just
I be
like
thinking that
trash.
because sometimes
like,
songs be coming out, I be like, somebody could do something better with this.
Oh my! That's the. I don't think you understand. That's the worst feeling as a producer. If you be like, what if I would have slid it to them instead of this nigga? You know what I'm saying? That's the worst feeling you could ever have as a producer. The worst.
What about when you're like actually like going through the beat process? Do you have a lot of unfinished stuff, or do you always see it through with everything you make?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I am very indecisive. So one day I'll probably just start off with this, and I'll just be like, nah, let me change it the next day, or let me change it the next day. My best beats are the ones I finish throughout the same day.
Okay.
But if I sit on it, it's not gonna get finished.
What do you lock yourself in a room until you finish it?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
my
type
girl.
of thing?
I do that all the damn time.
Oh my gosh. Because I like literally like, I can kind of relate. My boyfriend kind of makes beats and everything like that. So like I'd wake up to it. I wake up to him in the cloud. He'll make it and then he'll record on him. I wake up, I hear him in like the room that he's in yelling the same line for like an hour.
It'd be like that. Yeah.
The next thing, he'll like, I didn't like this beat, so I made a new beat to fit this song.
Right.
So like I kind of see where he's going. That's why I was just asking these questions, because I'm like, it's a process.
It is
like
a process. It is a shitty process. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, this the worst thing. It's just be like, when the fuck am I gonna finish?
it's like by the time you've done with the beat, he'd be like, I'm sick of this shit. And I'm like, this hard, play it again. And he like, stop, I'm sick of it.
Nah,
So do you
dead
feel
ass.
that way? Like,
Because it's like, think about it. You're listening to the same thing for hours and hours
Yeah.
and hours just trying to get it right. So it's just like, at some point, it's just like, I can't hear this shit anymore.
and how do you know that you got it right though?
It's just a feeling. It's just like when it clicks, it just clicks. You know? So when it clicks, then you just don't touch it. You leave it alone, and then you just be like, you know, just submit it to whoever you want to submit it to.
And my other question is, so how do you make beats? Like, do you get on a computer and then like a piano sound and like a ringing sound? Like, how are
How
beats
does it go?
made?
oh wait, I'm gonna add on to it so he can answer it fully. Like, with how to make it, like over time, the equipment and everything that you like add to it and you've learned and you've taken from other people, like, how does that go into
Okay,
making
so
it?
I'm gonna just explain my process.
Okay.
So my process
Yeah, everybody's
is
process is different.
yeah, exactly. So my process is I'll just think of something, right? Like it'll be like a melody or whatever. Sometimes some drums or like a bass line. I'll lay it down. Then I'll just listen to it over and over again. I'll probably just hum dun, 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 dun. And then I'll just put that on. If it don't work, just keep going. Like it's a filling out process. Like you'll just fill it out until everything just comes together. So it really depends on the producer. Some producers, they just straight start with drums. Some are just start up straight with melodies. But me, it's just like whatever I think of at the moment. I'll just put it down and then just work from there. And then equipment wise, I started off with just a laptop. Then as time went on, I got myself a keyboard. Then now I got a beat pad. It just comes and goes. Like, you literally build your studio based off of your necessities. Like, some people, they don't even need all that stuff. But at the end of the day, like, if you need that stuff, it's to make your process quicker.
Yeah.
Get out beats at a faster rate, because I'm not gonna lie to you, making it straight off a laptop is the most fucking annoying thing ever. It is so annoying. Like, but some people are comfortable with that, so you do what makes you comfortable.
And what's a beat pad?
A beat pad is basically like the drums and shit. You just, click the little pad, and it was just like boom, boom, boom. Like, it responds as you, click it. So you'll have a boom, cop, boom, cop. Like that type of thing. That's a beat pad.
So, like, with that, does that make you want to, like, actually get out and learn instruments? Because I know, like, again, just because I see it every day, like, you just learn how to play the piano off of making beats. Like, now you just know without even looking at it. Like, I know what this sound makes to make this beat. Like, so
me, I grew up as a church musician, so
okay.
So I have some experience with instrumentation, but mainly I used to play drums. So drums comes easy, but it's like piano. I know somewhat how to play that. So yeah, it helps. But as a producer, if you don't know how to do that, eventually you pick up on it. Though for me, I had experience with that before I went into beat making. So
Interesting. Now, also, too, Eldest Girls Next Door,
oh,
we got oh boy, we got a special little segment, and it's called Dirty Laundry, because everybody has dirty laundry.
shit.
They sure do.
Everybody has something that they either took to the grave, something personal, something that they didn't seen happen, you feel me, or whatever the case may be. But everybody has something that most people don't know.
And we
about
do not do indictments.
No indictments.
We do not do that here.
Not at all.
But we know you got something, because everybody has something.
That's hard. I gotta think. Hold on.
So you were
Don't
saying
get yourself in trouble.
I'm not. Chill. Hell no.
he's a saint.
You right. Low key.
Okay, I thought of something.
Okay.
In middle school,
Ooh, spicy.
I actually wasn't supposed to graduate.
Really?
Why not? What?
So what happened was, right, I actually failed. But my teacher at the time, he fucked with me, so he actually boosted up my grade just so I could graduate.
Wow.
I don't know if I was supposed to stay back or actually, just do summer school, but I actually wasn't supposed to graduate.
Shout out to that teacher.
Right.
Shout out to that teacher.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I had a teacher over the summer as well. Like on probably about 2 accounts, I always say this. I literally pass classes because of my personality. I swear to you,
Yeah,
like
it'd be like that.
I literally done passed a couple classes just because of who I am, how I approach the class, how I come in there, energized, talking to teacher, fuck with me and everything.
Right.
This subject is hard as shit. And the thing about my summer class though, if I ain't missed so many days, I would have never had that low of a grade.
Right.
But it's like it's summertime, I'm taking summer class,
Right.
the shit all the way in fucking parameters.
Right.
Like, so it was some days I wasn't able to make it. So obviously after you start missing days, your grades start going down. As far as the work, I did it and I was good at it. But being that I missed so many classes and shit like that, she was just like, I mean, your grade is kind of low. And I'm like, all right, well, can you?
Yeah.
But she did me good. I looked at that grade, I'm like, my nigga.
I'm a
Word.
fucking nerd. I could not relate. How did you almost fail? You just was acting up?
Like me personally, it's like I've always been a smart kid. It's not like I couldn't understand shit. I just did not care. Like I
Okay.
knew what I wanted to do. Like it was just like I don't need this shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I was always that kid. And it was like in high school, it was just like legit. All the teachers fuck with me just because of who I am as a person. So it's just like that got me by high school because I did not do homework.
Oh my gosh.
I only just passed tests, projects. I barely did them shits. Like I really just passed high school because of my personality. Honestly speaking.
When I tell you, you can pass because of who you are.
Like if I
that's
show
real.
you my yearbook, you'll see that shit. Like the vice principal wrote a fucking paragraph in my shit.
Oh wow.
Like I was like, I'm not gonna say I was that nigga, but
I mean, it's proof right there. You got a whole paragraph
from the vice
in your
principal,
book. So
Crazy, Bloomfield Tech.
right, Bloomfield Tech.
right up the street. From
Right up the street.
It'd be like that, yo.
When you graduated?
2015.
Okay, I
Oh,
graduated
turn up.
16.
Oh yeah.
17. What's up?
Damn, bro.
It's not that far off.
I ain't say nothing, bro. You brought it there. I ain't say shit.
Listen.
I ain't say
No,
nothing.
because people be like, "Oh, I'm 2015. You a baby." Like, Relax. We was at the same event.
Nah, my girl 2016, like that.
It's
was
lit.
shit.
Yeah, 20,
It's the same gap.
I should have been.
That was the best
2016.
year.
All right, don't do that. Don't do that.
The
Why
best
she
year.
doing that?
Because that was the best year.
I mean, we talking about in Bloomfield High. They was lit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh, they
I'm not
was
gonna
lit?
lie.
Did you
They
go to
was
prom?
lit.
Nah, I didn't go to prom.
Why?
You know what's crazy? My prom was so ass, and I was so mad that I even spent all that money because I'm like, I could have just went to a
That's
regular
why I
ass
didn't go to
fucking
prom.
party.
I went to y'all prom and I had fun. I didn't go to my own prom.
No, because
Probably
like
because I was
literally,
younger than y'all and I was lit.
Nah,
Bloomfield,
that's why I didn't go to prom.
it was
I did
very
not wanna waste
diverse
money.
though.
I'm sorry.
But the DJ just kept
The
playing
DJ
that.
was
I'm like,
Nah.
this not my,
like we needed
this
some.
not my stilo, baby. Like,
I remember that though.
I was
As
just-
far as the prom, the scenery, the food, it was nice.
yeah, no, it was really nice.
But
But
the
like, I
music-
probably stayed at prom for like an hour and a half, and then went to some party and
You
just
know what
got
I'm saying?
drunk.
You spent all that bread just to spend an hour in one place.
Yeah.
Yo, I feel like the biggest part of prom, which now I know, is once you finish taking those pictures,
That's it.
That's it.
I will put my sweats on and go to prom.
That's what I'm saying.
If I would have learned, I spent money for nothing.
My dress was just
For
like
nothing.
$300.
My
Like,
dress
and
was $300.
then- like, and my dress, I still had that. And I was, when I tell you, I was straight. I wasn't about to
Your
go.
dress was cute though.
No, but that wasn't the original dress.
Oh,
It was because the dress turn came out beautiful at
Right.
the end of it. But I took it to somebody else with the idea. And she started making it. I'm like, this is horrible, and I don't want this.
That's
Like,
crazy.
this is not like it wasn't fitted. It just
Yeah.
wasn't. I'm like, that ain't it. So here go my sister. See, your sister just let me help you with your prom because my sister swear that she my fucking stylist and shit. So she
Right.
just like, why you ain't come to me? This, that. I'm like, all right, huh? Take it over. Just I don't give a shit at this point. Like, because in 2 seconds I'm not about to go. So she ended up taking it. It was Cali Couture, I think it is. She's like amazing.
Shout out
And
to her.
she ended up doing the dress and everything. I ended up loving it. I'm like, okay, like, well, that's something like that. All right. And my dad, like, he's just like the type, like, he didn't really give a fuck what the fuck was going on. He's like, no, just take the money. I don't care what you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna be that father. I'm not gonna lie to you.
My dad, he don't even be caring. He's just like, done. Whatever.
I'm gonna be that father.
I'm like, this and this, and I'm like, but I don't know what color. He ain't even listen to half of this. The only thing that he heard was, I need the money. And he just
Dads
like,
be so happy at the end when you dress. They be like, look at my baby.
That's
all they care about at
You
the
ain't
end. Look,
care.
my
You
baby.
ain't want to
That's all
listen to
they
me
care
about the color and everything. My dad does not care about
Like,
none
I
of that.
don't care. I just want my baby to look good, and just do everything you gotta do to look good. That's all I care about.
That's
honestly.
it. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, one question that came back to me that I meant to ask you. Your music library.
Right.
Like, I grew up listening to like a lot of artists. That kind of like, how people have to discover artists. I never had that. I had artists already playing because my parents were really into music.
Right.
So like, the influence on the artists and the playlist that you have, how does that influence your music? Like, what genres do you listen to? Like,
Ooh, that's a good ass question. So I'm not gonna lie. I listen from everything from the '60s to current day.
seriously, that's some
Like
good music.
I'll hit you with some like major eras. What else? Marvin Gaye, Teddy Pendergrass. I'll go back that far, and obviously I listen to everything that goes on now.
I listen to so much music, like, cause you know how music's being recycled right now, and I grew up listening to this music, so I might not have the song in my head, but I know that this is from some other song. Like,
Yeah.
I'm big on samples,
Yeah.
so I always go back and I'm like, Mom, you hear this? Where's this from? So like, I think that's really cool when artists take old stuff, or even just certain lines in a song and make a beat to it or whatever like
Yeah.
that. Like, I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
And I
I
feel like
did that the other day. I had posted this beat. It's from an artist called Willie Hutch. It was just like I don't think anybody knows that, but it's just like the sample is so hard. Everybody was like, yo, what the fuck is that?
where'd you find it? Yeah.
So it'd be like that. Like, a lot of the old school songs are surprisingly very fucking hard. You just need to modernizing them, people will recognize,
Yeah.
the actual, instrumentation and just how, amazing some of the old music is.
That's dope. And also, too, do you, like, make, like, other cultural beats?
Yeah.
As far as, like, probably, like, Caribbean beats and everything like that?
Yeah. I pride myself on being multi-diverse as far as, like, genres of what I can produce. Like, I made an EDM beat before. I made, Afro beat. I made a Caribbean beat, I do, I pride myself
The
on
life
doing
of the
it all.
party, yeah.
Because think about it. It's just like a producer that could produce anything will make the most money.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Or they'll
Like, from
appeal
a-
to most people.
Like,
yeah.
from a business standpoint, if you could succeed in multiple genres, that is the best you can ever do. Like, don't stick yourself to one genre. That's
Of
probably
course.
one of the advices I could give. like, you know, try to, like, you know, touch on different genres and expand your production. Mm-hmm. It'll help, trust me.
And also, too, like, does it ever become frustrating to you? Because if you really want to be honest,
Right.
you wouldn't make it if it's not for the artist.
Right.
So, like, how does that, like, tie into, like, you know, your career? Because your career is based on somebody else's.
Right.
Truth be told.
Yeah.
So, like, how does that, like...
So it just, you know, I'm gonna use Queen for example. Like, we don't know where she like we can't say if she would have been popping or not if it were for Karma. Like, obviously Medicine was a hit, but it's like really people know Karma.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like the sound behind Karma. So it's like at the end of the day, you could say Queen would have probably did good without Karma, but it's like Karma made Queen at, like at some point. Like, it's a toss up. It depends on the, you know, on the person's opinion.
Yeah.
Per se. So, you know, it's a case by case basis. Like, basically whatever the person feels, that's what it is.
I feel like it's 50-50 because it's like when I'm listening to a song and I hear a song with a nice beat and then somebody start talking and I don't like what they're saying, I'm like, let me change it.
Yeah.
Same if I'm like, I like what somebody's saying, but the beat's not there.
Right.
It just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said.
But at the same time, I still kind of feel like I'm on the side of the beat. Like, even if an artist is talking garbage, if the beat tough, I'm going to still let it ride.
Blueface.
Like, yeah, like,
Yeah,
he
no
don't be
cap.
saying nothing.
But the beat, even 6ix9ine.
It gets the party going.
6ix9ine, I feel like is the number one person that did that.
Right.
The beat literally made him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. That is a good point. That's a great point. Yeah.
6ix9ine,
So-
the beat made him. All his beats was like, you in a party, and I'm like, oh shit, like,
Yeah.
you didn't give a fuck about what he's saying,
But the beat.
but the beat is what brings the vibe.
Where like Kiki with Fetty Wap, that shit was hard. I'm sorry.
Yeah. As far as like, do I want to call it competition?
Mm-hmm.
But like, does that phase you at all, or you just know what you're doing?
Not at all.
Okay.
You say you don't give a fuck about nothing.
I
I'm just
really
asking
don't.
the question. We
I
gotta
don't
see.
care. Like, you could try to touch me, but I'm untouchable. Like, that's the mindset I have.
Okay, the confidence. I like that.
I would be the best to do this
That's a
shit.
caption.
Like,
I like that.
I'm on.
We gotta write that down.
I gotta write that
Well, go
down.
ahead. Y'all got this shit recorded. You know what I'm saying? Just play that shit back.
Hey, yo,
Wow.
it's definitely gonna play back though. But I just want to say, first of all, thank you for coming on Illest
Oh,
Girls
yeah,
Next
no
Door.
problem.
Like,
Thank you guys for having me. It
you
was
done
a
dropped a
great
lot
time.
of gems, and for me, I
Definitely.
appreciate that. I'm pretty sure the people that's gonna be watching is gonna appreciate that and
Right.
everything like that.
We hope to see you again too.
Yeah, yeah.
No, yeah.
All the projects.
When you got all, you feel me, like, hey, go over there, Chris Brown making drops for you and everything.
Facts.
You better bring your ass right the
back
fuck back
in that
on this
Listen,
table.
I will make sure he on this live stream right next time. I'm back on this shit. I'm gonna make sure he on this live stream for y'all. I got you.
What's up? What's up?
And you know what's kind of crazy too? Somebody kind of told me something that, like, even as far as like producers, producers get you next to artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they're like a key factor. It's like you got like the down bottom, then you got like the middle person, and then you got the artist. And it's just like when you in a studio, you got producers in there, you got people making flyers for you. Everything is all happening at once.
Right.
But it's like once you get cool with this person, that also open doors as well for you. So like it's
Right.
I also feel
everything
like
is always like a little premier.
Like with producers, like if I was an artist, like what am I without my producer?
Nothing.
You feel me? That's why it's just like I feel like producers, like I kind of put them ahead of the artist, only because I feel like they put so much into making the song. Don't get me wrong, I feel like the artist has the talent, but what are you gonna do without you?
Nah, but I'm gonna drop a gem on y'all real quick.
What gems?
Like, producers are the wave right now, but the next wave is honestly gonna be songwriters.
Oh yeah.
You know what's
That's gonna
crazy?
be the next wave.
Yes, and I do believe with you. The only thing, let me tell you one thing that I don't like. I don't like the fact that everybody's so open about people, you feel me, ghostwriting and
Right.
songwriting for people. You know, I just feel like that was just something that was just supposed to stay anonymous. Like,
Right.
we all know it,
Yeah.
you feel me? But like when Lil Yachty did the whole thing with like young Miami and everything, and I'm just like, why do y'all feel like this is okay? Like, and I feel like it's taken away from people that actually got talent. Because it's just like a pretty face. Or like Cardi, for instance, everybody loves her energy. The industry knew, like the gatekeepers knew, because there's gatekeepers
There
that
is, yeah.
that you know this person can come into the industry, or I don't want this person in the industry. Like I learned that. But anyway, whatever the case may, they wanted Cardi as like the face.
Right.
you know, and then we're gonna put the music with her, the type of thing. Because we all know Cardi don't write her songs either.
She don't.
But you know, I just feel like y'all really taking away from people that sit there and write their songs and that really has talent. Like, and don't get me wrong though, even if you come out writing your own music and then like somebody just had a lit song that they felt like they couldn't do themselves and gave it to you, they even have it with Beyonce. I know like another artist wrote a song for Beyonce, whatever case may be, because they felt like they couldn't do it. But they was like, if she do this, it'd be hard. But Beyonce came up basically on her own. She did that shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
Got that shit out the mud. So I would appreciate that more rather than y'all just trying to put a face and just put music with that person.
Right.
Because then that shit is trash.
Right.
I get that point, but I also get that like there's certain people who just like you. They're probably like you, low key. They don't have the talent. They just know how to write to a song.
Right.
And for people like that, they want to make their money too. They want that type of recognition, but they just like, okay, Jada could sing. Here, let's work it out. Do I think it needs to be like all public, like, oh, Jada don't write her music, like putting you in a bad light as an artist because you don't write your music? No, I don't think that's fair. But I don't feel like you should take that away from the songwriter. Like, so what? You have the talent. As far as being an artist, I feel like when you're a singer, you're a singer. You're not a songwriter and a singer. You're a singer. That's your talent. Beyonce sings. We like her voice. Right. So who gives a fuck who's writing her music? Who gives a fuck if people writing Drake music? I don't know if people made that a big idea.
Right.
I feel like Drake gotta go. I feel like his that music, I feel like people write that. But as far as him rapping, I don't think people write that.
Nah,
that's me.
I don't think so.
I feel like Drake writes
I could probably agree with that.
I think. But when he's singing, I feel like he definitely got somebody writing that tune.
Yeah, I
feel
think
me.
so,
I could agree with that. Like,
yeah, I think so.
yeah.
Because as far as like songwriter, like when you singing, I feel like it's valid to have a songwriter. But when you're a rapper and you got a songwriter, you're not a rapper.
I even heard the thing where I think it was Gunna made a song and like gave it to Lil Baby. I think he said he didn't use it though, or something like that. But he just wrote it. He was just like, I think this would be better for you.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
I think that's cool.
But I that's cool though, because even still, we all know Baby writes his music. Like he started off writing his shit.
Right.
So it's just like if somebody like finds a song, like, well, I think you would be good on that, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like putting the whole image and just bringing them up like that and everything, and then y'all just blatantly saying it like. Take me back to like, not this generation. I'm over this generation.
Yeah, because a lot of a little fun fact about me is like I have a manager now. Nobody knows this, but she wrote for Whitney Houston.
Wow.
That's a fun fact. Like, you know, she didn't tell me what song it was. I don't know if I can find that shit on Google. I'll probably try to look for it. But yeah, she actually wrote, like, she's a songwriter. She wrote for Whitney Houston.
Whitney, oh my gosh, she had a voice like, it was like, the way that she sung, you saw no effort.
Yeah, exactly.
Her voice was just crazy. I was listening to her the other day. I'm like, wow, I don't think we'll ever find something like this again.
And then I'm just imagining, because it's just like, I wonder how the process went when, you know, they give her the lyrics. Because it's just like she sings it like it's her own. So imagine if she's like sometimes singing her own shit. Like, imagine how that shit would sound.
Wow.
That shit is mind-boggling to me.
Have you learned anything valuable from your manager?
Oh, I learned a lot from my manager, from myself, you know. Because it's like, my status is I'm halfway in the industry, but not really. Because I have a lot of industry connections.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I can't really meet them face to face. Like, I'm not at a, you know, communicative level with them. But
you're going to get there.
Yeah,
real
obviously,
soon.
yeah.
And I kind of like your low key, you know, vibe, because even like, the more that, you feel me, you meet people in the industry, the more that you get closer to the industry, it's just like, yo, like the shit that comes with it is like,
crazy.
it's just, people wouldn't even imagine, like.
I don't even know. But
like,
you seem like you won't let that mess up.
But I feel like
what
low
you got
key
going
is
on,
like
so.
the best way to be in the industry. It's basically like, you want to be rich but not famous.
Exactly. That's exactly what I want to be. That's exactly it.
You can walk outside and nobody gonna know who the fuck you is, but you got a pocket full of money, black
I feel like
card.
that's dope. Nice house, nice
You
car,
feel
everything
me?
taken care of.
Everybody
That's
wondering
what
what
I'm
the fuck
And you
this
still
nigga
invited
do.
to the parties.
Yeah.
You in there.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
That's cool.
Because it's like right now, people wouldn't think, you know, I made a hit record. You know, if you look at me, would you be like, oh, he made a hit record? No. It's like I'm mad low key with it. Like, if I don't tell people, they wouldn't know.
I like that.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes to like, you know, like what he just said, and like how we was like at the VMAs. Literally, like, we're just walking to get inside. Everybody's just like screaming and everything, and I'm just like, y'all don't even know us. But it's like your parents too. Like, if you come out showing and looking like you're somebody, people are gonna be like,
what? They would have thought you came from a movie or something.
I'm
Like,
like,
yelling
who-
for us?
we looking like, oh, okay, heard y'all. And so I feel like it's all about images as well too. Like,
Yeah.
and that's why I feel like as humans we're gonna judge people.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, you can't always just sit there and judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
It's like, for instance, you see somebody at the bus stop that's trying to talk to you, whatever. You don't know if their car broke down yesterday. You don't know, you feel me, what the situation is and why
Exactly.
they're at that bus stop today. Like, I just feel like people be like, I know like females be like, oh, I ain't about to talk to no dude at no bus stop.
Exactly.
You at the bus stop. You feel me?
Your car break down tomorrow. How you getting to work?
Exactly.
How you doing anything? I mean, if you don't got money on your Uber, whatever the case may be, but you know you gotta go make that next bill so you can have money for your Uber.
Exactly.
Listen. What a gem today.
Like, I just feel
People need
like,
to hear
you feel
that.
me? As far as like everybody just shouldn't off rip judge a book by its cover, you know? Like, it's just, it is what it is. But we are gonna wrap this up and everything. Like, it was definitely a
Yes.
dope interview.
Facts.
We definitely, us, Illest Girls Next Door, we wish you the best on your journey.
Yes.
Like we
Appreciate
said, we
that
better
so
see you
much.
back in this seat.
Oh, y'all will.
Baggins.
As long as the door open, I'm walking.
Okay.
Period.
All right. So I'm gonna need you to start writing my captions. So you know what I'm gonna do?
Yo.
Before I post a picture, I'm gonna send you the picture. And you be like,
Like,
all
what?
right, this the caption. How this look?
That's crazy
Give me
because
the
I'm
caption
actually
for this.
I'm trash with captions. So the fact that you're telling me this is crazy.
You done gave me like 5 captions already.
In one sitting.
That's crazy.
All right, baby. This is Those Girls Next Door, and we is out for another one.
Hey. Hey. That was a good show.